Venezia and Udinese are our next game. So it's Venezia versus Udinese. It's Venezia plus 255. Udinese at plus 120. Tells you it's not a foregone conclusion, but the away side are obviously valued favourites. Draw is at plus 230. It's close to the plus 200 for the draw, but the under-over is set at 2.5. Fancy there could be goals in this. It's a plus 105. Mina, Udinese going to Venezia, right? Venezia, they score the odd goal. They certainly let goals in. And Udinese, man for man, throughout the squad, are far stronger than the home side.
Yeah, man for man, I do agree with you. And also, there is something that's happened to Venezia this season, really in the last few weeks, where they have just completely come apart. And Zanetti, their coach, is at a loss to how to fix all of this. Psychologically, this team already thinks it's down. They are really fighting important teams. The thing with Udinese is that when they feel that they are superior and they want to show that off, they can be quite horrible to play against. They are bullies. We know that. Trophy is trying to make a name for himself in Italian football. He's a very ambitious coach and has been given this brilliant chance to show himself off. Having said all of that, Udinese on the road are not a side that I believe in because they've actually only won twice. They've really struggled when they haven't been in front of their own fans and in their own stadium. And this is a difficult stadium to go to in Venice. And obviously, you have to get there by boat. It's a very unusual experience. And they will be without Deulofeu and Pereira. Pereira is so much of their creative brain, and so is Deulofeu. So I don't know how they will cope with this. But my money is on the fact that Venezia are feeling so low at the moment that they can't bring themselves up to produce a real fight against Udinese's bullies.
So, I mean, it's either the away side or nothing. Maybe the draw, or if you're brave, Matty, you go with. See, I mean, I've got Napoli and Fiorentina up here for some reason. I just need to have Venezia and Udinese back up, please. Matty, the away side are far stronger. Venezia, weak, it's mentally weak. So the plus 120, is it a case of don't complicate it?
It's complicated because while Udinese is definitely the better team and Venezia is just absolutely terrible, Udinese has only won one of their last 15 games on the road. That's a pretty low number. So to me, yeah, that's pretty bad. And so then that kind of makes me think, okay, well, let me look at the team total. Well, they haven't covered that very many times during that same 14-game, 15-game stretch either. Actually, they only covered it in the game that they actually won. So while I think that plus 120 is really good value and they should win this game, I almost feel like just using the draw no bet, which I know we kind of mentioned before the show. I actually looked it up. It's minus 200. I do think I think that's a good parlay piece, even though it is minus 200.
Okay.
Because I don't think that loses because I don't think Venezia can win a game. But on the flip side, I don't know if I trust Udinese enough to take them to win outright.
Okay, but is that draw no bet you said is minus 200?
Correct. Yes.
So we could put them in a free team parlay with Napoli and with Milan, and that would take the free team to plus 286. Remember, we're 10 units down. We've got to make inroads. We did it in the Premier League last week, so it's now the time of Serie A. I don't know what to make of this. I thought that if when you looked at the numbers, you was getting like plus 145 for the home side to plus 175 for the home side not to score. So that tells you they're expecting a home goal. Udinese are favourites by at least $1.35. So it looks like a 2-1. So that brings in the plus 105 as well on the over 2.5 goals. The over 2.5 at plus 105, the chat are like that. Don't talk to us about Venezia and Udinese. We're not interested. Move on.
Let's have a look. Either to score twice. That's my problem with this total. I don't really trust either team to score twice, even though Udinese did score 3 goals last time they played. Yeah. So I agree with Mina's pick because I think that is the best value that you can get, and I think it's worth taking a swing on. I just don't know if I'm going to end up taking it this week or not.
Okay, Udinese money line at plus 120. Draw no bet is at minus 200, and we'd only use that in the parlay if we get the thumbs up from the board members of Milan, Napoli, and now Udinese. Draw no bet, and it pays plus 2 at 86.